Shalom, shalom, Israel. Sorry about that. About to make the part 3 of the prophecies of the Messiah filled in Yahweh Shai the word in the called Jesus Christ. So we're gonna get back to this breakdown, and I left off was buried with the rich. So bear with me, Israel. Bear with me. So we're gonna go to Matthew 27 and 57. Through 60. And it reads, when the evening was come, there was a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Yahweh's disciple. So this man was one of Yahweh's disciples. And he went to Pilate and begged the body of Yahweh. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewed out in the rock, and he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre and departed. So there was a new tomb that it was for Joseph, but he begged for the body of Yahweh, and Joseph was a wealthy man because the Most High blessed him. He was a wealthy man, so Yahweh being a king, he was delivered in a rich man's tomb because Yahweh was that was similitude of him being a king, because no one laid in that tomb, and Joseph wrapped his body in clean linen cloth, and it was a new tomb. So that fulfilled buried with the rich, because Joseph was a rich man. So now we're gonna go to be resurrected, and we'll go to Psalms 16 and 10. And it reads, Shalaki about that, Shalaki about that. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. So when Yahweh when he died, he was so great that the Most High did not leave him in Sheol, and he resurrected on the third day during the feast of unleavened bread. So that's why it says, for thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, or the Sheol, or the grave, neither will thou suffer thy Holy One to see corruption, because Yahweh was holy, set apart. And the Lashon Kadash, he would be Kadash, and Kadash means holy, set apart. So we're going to go to Psalms 49 and 15. Psalms 49 and 15. But Yahweh will redeem my soul, because Yahweh was redeemed from the grave, from the power of the grave, for he shall receive me. Because Yahweh took him out of Sheol and received him to be on the right hand side with the Father. To prove that, let's link it up with Mark 16 and 6. He hath said unto them, be not affrighted, ye seek Yahweh of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. Behold the place where they laid him. But go your way, tell his disciples and Peter that he goeth before you in Galilee. There shall ye see him, as he said unto you, because he told the disciples that he's going to be risen on the third day and be perfected. And it came to pass what the scriptures wrote about Yahweh, that he's going to be crucified. He's going to be mocked and scorned by the elders and the scribes, given to the Romans for capital punishment. And that's what he told the disciples. But the disciples, they didn't have the eyes to see, the ears to hear at that point in time. But when it came to pass, that's when they understood. And his ministry went around the whole world by Shem Mashak Yahweh. Next, we're going to go to his ascension to Yahweh's right hand. We go to Psalm 68 and 18. Thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive, thou hast received gifts from men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord might dwell among them. Because the Pharisees and those wicked Jews were rebellious, but he was a gift to the elect and to the disciples and the ones who believed because of the miracles that he did. So that's where it says, thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive, thou hast received gifts from men, yea, for the rebellious also, that the Lord might dwell among them, because Yahweh dwelt among them for those 3.5 years. Well, when his ministry for 3.5 years, but Yahweh, he was with the Jews all the way till he was 30-some years old, but he was crucified when he was 33.5 years old, according to the scriptures. Bear with me, Israel, bear with me. So to link that up, is going to go to Mark 16 and 19. So then after the Lord had spoken to them, he was received into the heaven and sat on the right hand of Yahweh, because Yahweh Shah was telling the disciples that he was the Son of the Most High, that he was Hamashiach. But the ones who had eyes to see and ears to hear, they understood it. But the ones who didn't, it's like what Paul said in the book of Romans, and the rest was blinded. So then after the Lord had spoken into them, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of Yahweh. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians. First Corinthians 15 and 4. And that he was buried, and that he rose again the third day, according to the scriptures, because he was risen on the third day during the feast of unleavened bread, because he was the unleavened bread, he was the Passover, he was the lamb, as the scripture says. So, and that he was buried, and he rose again that third day, according to the scriptures. Let's go to Ephesians 4 and 8. Wherefore he says, when he ascended on high, he led captivity captive and gave gift unto men, because he was a gift unto men for the ministry and the power that he showed for the adoptions back for the elect in these last days. So it's ascension to Yahweh on the right hand. So that through the line upon line, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little, according to Isaiah 20 and 11, you get the true understanding and breakdown that Yahweh Shah is written in the volume of the book. And let's prove that also by going to Psalms 40 and 7, because David was not talking about himself, he was talking about the Hamashiach. He was talking about Yahweh Shah, the Son of the Most High. Then said, verse 7 in Psalms 40 and 7, then said, I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Written of who? Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah from Galilee. Yahweh Shah from Nazareth. The Son of the Most High. The King of the Jews. The King of the Israel. It's not that hard to understand. Be blessed to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Verse 8. I delight to do the will of my God. Yeah, the law is within my heart, because he was the Word made flesh. It was in his heart and his mind. That's why he went out there and taught, and was brave enough to die for Israel, and to be and anointed to be the king of Israel, and to be the king of Israel and Judah for forever and ever, by Shema Shaka Shah. And let's prove it in the writings of Paul in Hebrews 10 and 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do the will of Yahweh. So that's it, Israel. That's my little breakdown on the prophecies of the Messiah. So I was going to say, call halal to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. And I want to give all honor to my elders who pushing the truth before my time. To all camps. To all camps, all my brothers out there. I love all my brothers. I don't have an evil eye towards my brothers. Love thy neighbors. And I want to shout out to my brothers and sisters who pushing this truth in these last days. And just Kwam Yasharala, and death to all these nations who suppress my people. Shalom.